Funding for this program was made possible by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale.
Gathered at Dunsmore Park on the last Saturday in October, and how did their efforts impact the quality of life for the Foothill community?
How can the Neighborhood Request Program improve the quality of life for you and your neighbors?
Is one of your neighbors the latest recipient of a GEM Property Award?
Join us as we find the answers to these questions and much more on this exciting episode of Neighborhood Services TV.
Hi there, Jewel City. I'm Juan Gonzalez, Neighborhood Services Public Education Coordinator.
And I'm Elena Magadumian, Public Education Specialist, and we're here welcoming you to the latest installment of NSTV, your window into the program sponsored by the City of Glendale Neighborhood Services.
The theme of this month's show is Making a Difference in Glendale. We've got some great segments lined up in addition to our regular features such as the GEM Property Awards, the Adopt-A-Block Spotlight, and the ever-popular Code Enforcement Minute. Today we are coming to you from Dunsmore Park, site of the recently completed Foothill Community Cleanup Day, which took place on Make a Difference Day.
Make a Difference Day is a nationwide day of community service. For the past 7 years, Neighborhood Services has partnered with the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale and the Crescenta Valley Chamber of Commerce to bring residents, students, and businesses together to give Foothill Boulevard its annual makeover and to make a difference in our own backyard.
While Elena and I continue our game, which is tied at 4-4 in the first set, we'll let you enjoy our first segment, which is entitled Making a Difference in the Foothill Community. Let's join field correspondent Asha Jayasinger as she interviews one of the key players of the event.
Thanks, Juan. Tim Mitchell and Crescenta Valley Chamber of Commerce have teamed up with Neighborhood Services to put on the Foothill Community Cleanup Day for the past 7 years. Tim, why is it important for merchants to be involved in cleanup activities such as the Foothill Community Cleanup, Great Graffiti Paintout Day, and Clean Sweep programs?
It's good business sense for our customers to come in and see a clean environment for our businesses. The Chamber's worked real hard to try to get more businesses to show pride in their place of business, and I like them to be involved.
This year, the Foothill Community Cleanup Day fell on National Make a Difference Day, a day of national community service. Why is it important to motivate the youth of this community to be more involved in cleanup activities?
It teaches a lot with the responsibility of our kids, and I'd like to hope and think that when they go back to their groups after partaking with us, that they've got a positive approach on hopefully diminishing the amount of trash and filth that's in our community. I'd like to thank Neighborhood Services and the City of Glendale for their support over the years of this event. I think it's really important. Our chamber is responsible for portions of Glendale and portions of the county, and I think it's real important that they help us in the unincorporated area in helping to keep Glendale a better and cleaner environment too. So I really like to thank them for all of their support.
Thanks, Tim. For Neighborhood Services TV, I'm Asha Jayasinger. Now let's join Juan and Elena back at Dunsmore Park and see how that tennis game is going.
Thanks, Asha. As you can tell by Juan's reaction, he just won the tiebreaker to take the first set. But we just started this match and a lot can still happen. It's the best of 3 sets. We'll get that second set started soon, but for now, it's time for this month's Code Enforcement Minute.
The high quality of life enjoyed by our neighborhoods is a direct result of a proactive code enforcement program operated by Neighborhood Services. Let's join Milt Myers, Neighborhood Services Field Rep, for this month's Code Enforcement Minute.
Hi, I'm Milt Myers, Neighborhood Services Field Representative. Glendale prides itself on the way its neighborhoods look. Statistics show that neighborhoods in which properties are well maintained have lower crime and fewer community problems. This in turn helps set high property values. To this end, the Glendale City Council has set minimum standards for the front yard and parkway areas. The Glendale Municipal Code requires your front yard and parkway be landscaped with your choice of grass or plants, and this landscaping must be watered, cut, and trimmed at all times. Fences are not allowed in the front yard. These requirements are the same for a house, an apartment, or a commercial building, occupied or not. Failure to maintain the front yard area as required by code is a citable offense. If you don't have time to water on a regular basis, we recommend installation of an automatic sprinkler system. Remember though, the system should water the landscaping, not the sidewalk or the street. After all, wet sidewalks and streets create a safety hazard. There are some plants that don't require watering every day. You can contact the city's water conservation section or a local hardware store or nursery for assistance in choosing just the right type of grass and plants for your home. Help in maintaining your property may be available at a nominal cost. Workers from the Neighborhood Services Youth at Work program are available to assist you with your landscaping needs. Just call our office at area code 818-548-3700 for additional information. After all, it takes all of us pitching in to help keep Glendale clean and beautiful. Remember, your front yard and how you take care of it helps set the feel of your neighborhood. Join us next month for another Code Enforcement Minute. For NSTV, I'm Milt Myers.
Thanks, Milt, for helping Glendale residents understand their responsibilities as property owners in this community. As you can see, I'm now in the lead and the score is 5-2.
While I see if I can make a comeback in this set, let's join correspondent Vilia Zematitis as she tells us about 2 city programs which help promote quality neighborhoods.
Thanks, Juan. To help maintain quality neighborhoods, the City of Glendale offers rehabilitation loans through its Housing Development and Preservation section. I am now joined by Rosie Cernius and Pam Gordon, Rehabilitation Specialists for the city.
Rosie, can you tell us a little bit about the loan programs?
Sure. The purpose of our programs is to provide decent, safe, and affordable housing to our Glendale residents. We work closely with the Neighborhood Services Code Enforcement Program to ensure that dwellings meet health and safety standards. To accomplish this, the Housing Development and Preservation section offers a variety of low-interest loans and grants to qualified applicants to rehabilitate and improve their homes or rental properties.
Pam, what specific types of programs do you offer the single-family homeowner?
We offer a variety of program options. First, we offer loans for low-income families of up to $25,000. We also offer grants for seniors, low-income seniors, for $7,500, both for health and safety items. Finally, we offer disabled low-income persons grants of up to $7,500, and that's directly related to handicap modifications.
You mentioned that money can be used for health and safety item repairs. What are some of the eligible improvements?
Eligible improvements include roofing, painting, electrical work, plumbing, things of that nature.
How does one go about qualifying for any of these programs?
The programs are designed for households that are low income and other restrictions do apply, particularly for multifamily properties. So for more information about the programs and to obtain an application, contact the Housing Development and Preservation section at 818-548-2060.
The Neighborhood Request Program allows neighborhood residents to suggest public improvements. I am now joined by city staff who will explain the program and a resident who has benefited as a result of her neighborhood's participation in the program.
Roy, would you mind telling us a little bit about the Neighborhood Request Program?
Sure. The Neighborhood Request Program essentially gives residents and neighborhood groups the opportunity to request and hopefully receive funding for public improvements in their neighborhood.
Now, what are some of the improvements that the program offers?
Any type of neighborhood improvements that are generally in the public right of way and also modest in nature. For example, the parkway trees and landscaping.
Now, who's eligible to apply for the Neighborhood Request Program?
Pretty much any resident in Glendale, any business owner also, or anybody working in Glendale. So it's a resident who in their neighborhood sees something wrong or envisions a better block or better neighborhood.
Maria, what are some of the restrictions or limitations on the program?
The basic limitation on the program is the funding source. We're using community development block grant funds, which means they have to be used in low to moderate income neighborhoods. And in Glendale, that means the southern and western portion of the city. The first thing a resident or a neighbor should do is identify a problem or an issue. They should call Community Development and Housing, and they can reach us at 818-548-2060 and request a neighborhood request application packet.
Vilma, could you tell us some of the ways that the Neighborhood Request Program has helped your neighborhood?
Well, it's been a big help since the city paved the underpass and also paved the sidewalk. We feel more confident, especially the mothers that are, walking through the underpass with their children, and also with the addition of the trees, the neighborhood looks nicer now. I know that all together as a neighbor we can make some improvements, and just talk to the city and not be afraid, and then you'll get a good response from the city.
Great, thank you very much. For Neighborhood Services TV, I'm Vilia Zamatitis. Now let's join Juan and Elena at Dunsmore Park. What's the score, guys?
Yes! Well, Vilia, I managed to battle my way back, and it looks like there'll have to be another tiebreaker to determine this second set. The Neighborhood Services Adopt-A-Block program allows groups to do their part in keeping Glendale a healthy, safe, clean community. Let's join correspondent Asha Jayasinger as she profiles a group of students from Cerritos Elementary School doing their part to keep Glendale litter-free and graffiti-free year-round.
The Cerritos Elementary School Pause Group has adopted Glendale Avenue from Cerritos to Palmer Avenue. Join me as we profile these dedicated students and their teacher, Carla Reber.
We adopted our block about 3 years ago and have been going strong ever since. PAWS stands for Positive and Well-Rounded Students, and we think community service is an important part of that. Actually, we had a hard time with a lot of nonprofit organizations getting our youth involved, and the City of Glendale was very open to us participating in Adopt-A-Block. So it was one of the few opportunities for us to volunteer with our young kids on a monthly basis. We have about 30 children in the program, and we clean up once a month, year-round, take a few months off during the summer. I think that cleaning up the streets, Cleaning up the graffiti every month is really empowering for the kids. They realize that they have an impact on their community. And it can be negative or it can be positive, and they're really choosing the positive.
I got a box that was too big to fit in my bag, so I put my bag in it.
After spending the afternoon removing graffiti and picking up litter, the Pause group heads over to Shakey's Pizza for a snack. General Manager Maria Arriaga explains why Shakey's is a proud sponsor of the Adopt a Block program.
Well, first of all, Shakey's donates pizza because we like to, recognize these kids for the really big effort that they're doing to have a better city, a better environment, a cleaner place, and somebody really has to support these kids and recognize them with them. So that's why we're donating their pizza so they can have something to eat after their big effort that they're doing. I really think that they're doing a great, fantastic thing that not very many kids would like to be doing this.
Why do you like picking up trash?
Well, basically because when we're done, it looks really nice and it doesn't look as bad as it was before. And it helps people to realize that we shouldn't keep our city dirty.
I participate because it's fun and it's a good way to learn how to help your community. And it's also a good way to show other people that it's hard work to clean the streets of Glendale, but at the end it pays off by having a beautiful community.
To show the people out there that the world is precious and we should conserve it precious.
What do you like best about picking up trash?
I like best picking up trash is getting the graffiti off the poles. It's hard work, but it still keeps our community clean.
We should care for our community so that everybody else will care too.
Look at all this trash!
I challenge all youth groups to get involved. It's been a great experience for our students.
You can do your part to keep Glendale beautiful by participating in Adopt a Block program. To sign up for the program or to sponsor Adopt a Block group, contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. I'm Asha Jayasinger for NSTV. Now let's rejoin the tennis match at Dunsmore Park.
Thanks, Sasha. While you were profiling the Pause group, I managed to win the tiebreaker, and now we're getting ready for the third set. But before we do, it's time to recognize this month's Gem Property Award winners. Presented by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale, this award recognizes properties that enhance our neighborhoods. Let's join correspondent Julie Burrows-Shermer as she introduces Julian and Dory Raymond.
I'm here today with Dory and Julian Raymond. How long have you lived at your present address?
Just over 2 years.
And how long have you lived in Glendale?
About 15 years.
Tell us a little bit about the house or yard.
We've been working on it for 2 years, and it originally had a lot of shrubbery in the front, and we had that pulled out and put the palms in, and we did a lot of flower work, and we just continually change it with the seasons.
Beautiful.
Thanks. We did the stucco on the house, try to put it back to the original stucco because it had like a texture coating, and this is texture coating as well, but it's hand done and it's painted, so it gives you the look of an original stucco. We did the trim, put some awnings up, and the shutters.
And what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
What do you do for a living, Julian?
I'm a music producer for the Walt Disney Company.
Could you tell us about some of your hobbies?
Well, obviously, working on the house, yeah.
And what motivates you to take the time to make your home so beautiful?
Well, first of all, I think it's fun. I have a really great time doing it. And you get out and you can meet your neighbors, and we're fairly new in the neighborhood. We've met everybody on this block practically. And it's really great because you work outside, whether it be like putting new flowers in or just hosing everything off. Okay, I'd really like to take all the credit for my yard, but I really can't. Jose Fletes is my gardener and landscaper, and he actually suggested that we use cyclamens this year. It's a really hardy plant that will last to the spring, and it's continually flowering, as well as the pansies. They're supposedly really hardy. I had really great luck with them, but they're doing really well right now. We also put this patio down. We had just cement throughout the whole patio, and we used old brick to try to make it look like it was original to the house. So you can see the brick is kind of beat up and different colors.
Well, it's been very nice meeting the Raymond family, and now I'd like to present them with a certificate, our Neighborhood Pride Award. This is for all of your efforts. Thank you so much for keeping Glendale beautiful.
Thank you.
And there's a sign here that will be on your front lawn. We want you to put it out there so all the neighbors can see and the people in Glendale. Drive by and see them.
Thanks.
As you can see, the Raymonds are deserving winners of the award. What a beautiful home they have. Let's join Michael Chong, Neighborhood Services Field Representative, at the home of our next GEM recipient, Lori Sams.
Hi, I'm here with Lori. I want to ask her a few questions. How long have you lived at your present address?
My son and I moved here 6.5 years ago, although I've grown up in the San Gabriel Valley, so I've lived here all of my life.
What year was your home built in?
In 1938, and there's actually original tile and I believe the original stove still in the kitchen.
Tell us about your house and any changes you have made.
When I purchased the home, I was told that it had sat vacant for a couple of years, other than a bee's hive in the chimney. So there were about 1 million bees living inside the house. The neighbors call this house the bee house. It was in fairly bad disrepair. There was no landscaping. So all the landscaping I've put in, grass, the plants, any brickwork. I'm a banker. I play a great deal of tennis. I like to play golf. I do a lot of gardening. That's a hobby of mine. And I have a 10-year-old son who's involved in a lot of sports, so I spend most of my weekends at a sporting event.
What motivates you to take time to maintain your yard so beautifully?
I enjoy gardening. I planned the garden so that there would be blooms year-round, so things bloom at different times of the year. For instance, this is a Sasanqua camellia. These plants bloom in winter time. And when they finish, it's just about spring and all the roses and whatnot will begin to bloom. So there's usually some color at all times during the year. This leaded glass window is original with the home. That was put in when the home was built in 1938. And with one small repair that I did, it's basically not been touched since that time.
On behalf of Neighborhood Services, I would like to present you with a GEM Award for the outstanding work on your property.
Thank you very much.
And as well, I want to also give this to you. This is a yard sign to post in front of your property so everybody can see all the beautiful work you did in your property.
Thank you very much.
Wow, wasn't that a great house? Congratulations to Lori for her efforts. Let's go back out into the field and join Sandy Kepler of Neighborhood Services at the home of Gloria and Ruben Saturnino for this month's final GEM presentation.
Ruben, do you have any idea what year this house was built?
I believe it's 1928.
And how long have you lived in the city of Glendale?
3 years. We just realized that September 9 is our anniversary when we move in.
That is fascinating. Can you give us a little bit of information on the house and the yard?
I like to do these things. Reconstruction, the whole thing, and because that's my job. I'm in reconstruction and landscaping.
Do you also work, or do you just supervise Ruben?
I do work 6 days a week.
Wow, where do you work?
Here in Glendale, and my position is like a financial officer.
What motivates you to take time to maintain your yard and your house so beautifully?
I just love to do things. It's my hobby.
At this time, I'd like to present Ruben and Gloria with the Neighborhood Pride Award on behalf of the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale. I'll hand you this. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations, Gloria. And also a yard sign to be placed in your front lawn for a month so that all your neighbors and friends and everybody that drives by that busy street on Chevy Chase will see that you're a GEM Award winner.
Oh, they're going to see this.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I love to hold this for myself.
Oh, there you go. You look great.
Congratulations, Ruben and Gloria. Your efforts inspire your entire neighborhood, and it certainly shows. Well, that does it for this month's GEM Awards. To nominate a property for a future GEM Awards segment, please contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700. Elena, are you ready for the third and final set?
I sure am, but before we do, let's let the viewers at home know that our Winter Holiday Awards program is about to begin. We saw some beautiful displays at Halloween time, and I'm sure we'll see some more creative ones during the winter holiday season.
The winter holidays are upon us, and the sights and sounds of the season are all over town. To have the outside of your home or a neighbor's home considered for a Holiday Spirit Award, please call the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700 before December 10th. Properties will be judged in the evenings the week of December 11th through the 15th. Award recipients will be featured during a special holiday episode of NSTV. Get out those holiday decorations and show your holiday spirit today. Youth workers from the Glendale Youth Employment Partnership are available to assist with your decorating parties and all your holiday needs. For more information, contact the Glendale Youth Employment Partnership at 818-548-3727.
Happy holidays from Neighborhood Services! Yay!
Well, it's all come down to this. It's tied 6-6 in the final set. While we play what will undoubtedly be another nail-biting tiebreaker, it's time to let all Glendale teachers and students know that the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest is just around the corner. I recently sat down with Grace Chung, grand prize winner of the 2000 contest. Hi, I'm Juan Gonzalez, Neighborhood Services Public Education Coordinator.
And I'm Grace Chung, the grand prize winner of this year's I Love My Neighborhood poster contest.
And we're here to invite all teachers and students in Glendale to take part in the 2001 I Love My Neighborhood poster contest. Teachers, check your mailboxes for contest rules, suggested classroom activities, and paper request forms. Track A, B, D, traditional and private school teachers receive contest information the week of November 27th, and Track C teachers will receive information the week of January 2nd. Paper request forms will be faxed directly to me at 818-240-7229. Grace, why don't you tell the viewers at home what the theme for next year's contest will be?
Preventing pollution in my neighborhood.
In addition to being reproduced, the grand prize winners' artwork will be featured in the city multimedia anti-litter campaign. Parents are encouraged to ask teachers about their child's participation in Glendale's premier poster contest. If your child's classroom is not participating, individual submissions may be entered. Contact me at the Neighborhood Services Office, 818-548-3700 for contest entry forms and paper. Grace, is there anything you'd like to add?
Teachers, is one of your students the next grand prize winner?
You'll never know. Your students can't win unless you enter. So send in those paper requests today. Congratulations, Elena.
Good game, Juan. I'm sure you'll do better next time.
For more information on the I Love My Neighborhood poster contest or any of the other programs featured on today's episode, please contact the Neighborhood Services Office at 818-548-3700.
Well, that brings a wrap to this episode of NSTV. We invite you to join us next month for another action-packed episode of NSTV.
I'm Juan Gonzalez.
And I'm Elena Magadumian.
And remember, keep the Verdugos green
and Glendale clean.
See you next time.
Only fools rush in. I'm listening to one.
NSTV number 7, take number 2.
NSTV at its best.
What specific types? I can't even see this. Sorry.
I'm really taller than one. He's always standing on a stool.
The high quality of life enjoyed by our neighborhoods is a direct result of the
Let's go back into the field and join Sandy Kepler of Neighborhood Services as she introduces Ruben. Sorry. At the home of Ruben and...
Yeah! Thanks, Velia. Oh no, I don't say thanks, Velia. I'm not thanking her. She's asking me how the score's going.
Funding for this program was made possible by the Committee for a Clean and Beautiful Glendale.